Speaking of Modi and Trump, they are undoubtedly the traffic masters on the international stage right now. Both of their X accounts have over 1 billion followers, and their exposure on other media platforms is super high. In fact, contemporary politics has clearly diverged from the routes of traditional political elites, especially in countries with universal suffrage. Whoever can gain more traffic and incite more people can win votes. This is the ultimate manifestation of the fan economy, and Modi and Trump are the true self-media masters who have pushed the fan economy to its extreme. For us, ordinary people, wanting to grow our channel to the scale of Mr. Beast is only possible in dreams. Even Mr. Beast's channel requires spending a lot of money on expensive equipment, hiring a huge team, building various costly shooting sets, and after filming, having a professional editing team edit it. Even the thumbnails need to be tested repeatedly until the best one is selected. Even so, it still needs to consider the relationship with the platform and spend resources to maintain it. But Trump and Modi don't need to do any of this at all. They come with their own traffic. Because what they excel at is the most primitive and ultimate traffic mechanism in humanity: mental control, that is, brainwashing. My channel often gets fans of Modi coming over to question me. Are you Pakistani? Are you a failed Bangladeshi? Are you jealous of the power of the Bharat Empire? Otherwise, why would you oppose India? In fact, these people just need to take a moment to scroll through my past videos, and they would see that I have filmed many real-life scenes. They would clearly know that I live in China. But they choose to believe their own biases. Take another example with the redneck farmers. They produce crops like soybeans and corn, as well as beef, dairy products, and many other things that are sold to China. But when Trump tells them that Chinese people have stolen American jobs and made America no longer great, they angrily chant MAGA slogans to support Trump and push him to start a trade war with China. Then the result is that China stops purchasing U.S. agricultural products. They post videos crying on Douyin, and a large number of farms face bankruptcy and closure. Meanwhile, the U.S. government chooses to shut down because the budget bill cannot pass, and no one is there to handle the jobs of issuing subsidies to them. So, when we open a channel on YouTube, we need to ask ourselves a very realistic question. Do you want to defend the truth, or do you want traffic? From an essential perspective, if you choose to defend the truth, your channel has to pay a very high price to keep running. If you want traffic, then providing biases and lies is the best way. Because audiences watch what they want to see, not what you want them to see. So many people ask if my channel has any bias against Indians, and my answer is no. But I compile many uncivil behaviors of Indians, make comments in sharp language, and provide entertainment material for those who lack a favorable view of India. Unlike Modi and Trump, these true traffic masters, I cannot create biases and lies. I lack the courage or ability for that. I can only transport biases. I must defend myself a bit. Besides using the widespread dissatisfaction with Indians to gain initial traffic for my channel still insists on defending the truth as its foundation. For this, I have also given up a lot of traffic. For example, while I condemn U.S. hegemonic actions, I also explicitly refuse traffic from CCP fans. I will not go down the same path with them for traffic. I do not criticize the CCP because of China's laws and regulations, but I will not rely on them either. This is my personal choice. The clowns I often mention, like Pocky Sharma and Arnab Goswami, frequently fabricate fake news outright. I have already made multiple videos exposing Pocky Sharma. But this does not stop these media outlets from gaining huge traffic. Because their target audience consists of crazy and foolish Modi followers. They do not care if Gaudiya Media is faking things. They only want to see news that India is a superpower and Modi is a world leader. And the MAGA crowd in the US, they actually do not care if Trump's tariff war or tech war wins, or what benefits winning would bring them. They just need to see Trump constantly announcing in the news that America has won some victory again, that immigrants have been locked up in prisons by Trump or sent on deportation flights. Unless they themselves suffer from the tariff war or tech war, or unless they cannot pay their utility bills, or they are about to lose the house they bought with a loan next month. They will not reflect and think that what Trump says might be fake. Whether America has become great again, they cannot give a clear answer. But the Trump family has indeed made a fortune through issuing coins, insider trading on stocks, and relying on government contracts. Let us summarize the common points between Trump and Modi. Simply put, they sell political ideals that their own national people cannot refuse. Modi and the BJP promote Hindu radicalism and hype the revival of the illusory Bharat Empire to make India a superpower. This is because India has never truly achieved unity in history, nor has it ever truly been strong. India's history is one of constantly kneeling to foreign civilizations and governments. They were successively conquered by Greeks, Persians, Mongols, and British. Indians desperately need to heal their souls by becoming a superpower. India has long implemented the caste system, and most grassroots people lack dignity in real life. They also see no hope for improving their fate. So, giving them a dream of reviving the Bharat cow dung empire, narrating myths that they invented AI and the internet in ancient times, depicting India surpassing China to become the world's factory, becoming a developed country, and becoming a democratic ally respected by the US and the West, is a spiritual opium that Indians cannot refuse. Modi only needs to propose such ideas, and a large number of people will eagerly spread them, defend Modi, and uphold this fictional bubble. Because Indians crave vanity too much, while their reality is too miserable. Yes, the lives of most Indians are not as dignified as animals in normal countries. They need spiritual opium. Painkillers have big side effects, but once you take them, it is hard to stop. And Trump, his cleverness lies in exploiting the racial conflicts, ethnic conflicts, and lingering isolationism that American society has never truly resolved. The U.S. left, under the indulgence of the Democratic Party, has indeed gone too extreme in areas like LGBT, woke culture, and DEI. And due to the U.S. long implementing elite education, ordinary people have low cultural literacy. The U.S. is increasingly at a disadvantage in the productivity competition with China. Deindustrialization is accelerating, and local blue-collar job opportunities are sharply decreasing. U.S. financiers and tech elites monopolize the national development dividends. They hire high-educated talent from abroad, making the sense of deprivation among the bottom rednecks stronger and stronger. So Trump's narrative logic is simple. 1. Revive white supremacy, showing no disguise for his own racist tendencies, and drive all immigrants back. 2. All mistakes are the fault of the Democratic Party and the left. Everything is the fault of the Obama and Biden administrations. It is the Democrats who made America no longer great. What he has to do is correct these mistakes. He is naturally righteous. 3. America is taken advantage of by the whole world. America does not need the world. It is the world that needs America. America should return to isolationism, contract globally in strategy, and impose high tariffs on all countries, including allies. Many people may not understand it and think that in a highly developed country like the US, such low-level remarks should not have a market. Why could Trump rise suddenly? In fact, Trump calculated it precisely before proposing these idiotic remarks. What many people may not know is that about 54% of US adults are at level 2 or below. This means their basic reading ability is limited, and they may encounter obstacles in work or life, such as not being able to easily understand contracts or news. And the math ability of most Americans might not even allow them to handle basic life in China. That is to say, if you open a factory in the US, the workers you recruit are likely unable to independently understand the factory's rules and regulations. If you want them to figure out how to operate machines by reading the instructions, it is basically impossible. Trump has always said that China and other countries pay the tariffs. But anyone with a basic understanding of US law knows that tariffs are paid by importers. However, this does not matter, because the vast majority of rednecks will firmly believe what Trump says. They will not do basic fact-checking. When we see Trump posting dozens of social media updates every day, saying some inexplicable idiotic remarks, we find it very funny. But this is exactly Trump's brilliance. He is not posting for us to see. He is posting for his MAGA fans to see. These people strongly depend on Trump's painkillers and cannot stop. For Modi and Trump, they only need to tell their fans some far-fetched lies to drive them into madness, thereby seizing political resources, dealing with the political elites and business elites of India or the US, making them bow to themselves and work for them, and thus gaining real power and benefits. This is humanity's most efficient business model. The product is spiritual opium. The cost is almost zero, but the returns are unimaginably high for ordinary people. Speaking of this, let us return to the topic of self-media creation. Let us think about it. A channel like mine, which teaches others how to do YouTube, build websites, and take on programming outsourcing, telling viewers that they can earn $2,000 a month through effort. Can it even compare to those channels that claim to make tens of thousands of dollars in a week from stock trading or crypto trading? If you are someone who wants to make money online, would you want to learn a method to earn $2,000 in a month, or a method to earn tens of thousands of dollars in a week? In fact, as long as these people have a bit of normal thinking, they can reflect. If they themselves could earn tens of thousands of dollars in a week or even a day, would they be willing to share it on YouTube? If they could make money lying down just by clicking the mouse, would they choose to make YouTube videos? But audiences will not reflect. What they want to see is not the truth, but the content their hearts crave. Video creators do not need to prove the reasonableness of these idiotic views. The audiences will prove it themselves, complete the psychological construction, just like the fans of Trump and Modi do. Truly smart people will not watch these channels, and the people who watch these channels do not need you to prove anything. They will naturally believe. So, if you want quick success and to gain traffic, you have to learn from Trump and Modi. You need thick skin and to be shameless enough. A channel like Mr. Hunzi's, from an essential perspective, cannot grow big, and the input-output ratio is also very low. I am willing to do such a channel because my own desires are not high. My family does not need me to provide much money either. I can be a bit willful and compromise a part of my ideals. Of course, we must also admit that many channels provide positive emotional value and promote positive energy. This world may be different from what I describe, and it is still full of sunshine. That is another complex story. I will take time later to talk about the truly terrifying darkness under the sunshine, which will be more helpful for everyone to understand the truth of media. Alright, that's it for this video. This channel covers topics like online earning, blockchain, AI, and more. If you have similar interests, welcome to subscribe to this channel. Let us exchange and learn together. See you next time.